Hi guys, and welcome back to day 4 of Read Aloud. Today's story is a new book about a scarecrow, and this is called The Little Scarecrow Boy. And it's about this little scarecrow boy who wants to grow big and tall and be like his dad, the big fierce scarecrow. So let's find out if he becomes the big fierce scarecrow at the end. I'll see you back in just a minute.
The Little Scarecrow Boy, written by Margaret Wise Brown. Illustrations by David Diaz. Once upon a time, in a cornfield, there lived a scarecrow and his scarecrow wife and their little scarecrow boy. Every day of the world, Old Man Scarecrow went into the cornfields to make faces at the crows. And every day of the world, his little scarecrow boy wanted to come too. And every day of the world, Old Man Scarecrow said, "No, no, little boy, you can't go. You're not fierce enough to scare a crow. Wait till you grow." So every day, the little scarecrow boy stayed at home all day and just grew. Every day out in the field, Old Man Scarecrow waved his arms and made terrible faces. He made such terrible faces that the crows nearly lost their feathers at the sight of him there, and they flew far, far away. Every evening when the sun went down, Old Man Scarecrow came rattling home. And all evening he sat in his scarecrow house teaching his little scarecrow boy how to make fierce faces. Old Lady Scarecrow whistled through her straw teeth at the looks of them there. But early in the morning when the sun came up, it was the same old, "No, no, little boy, you can't go. You're not fierce enough to scare a crow. Wait till you grow." So the little scarecrow boy stayed at home all day and just grew. Then, one day after the little boy had learned all 6 of his father's terrible faces so that he could make them one after the other, he decided to run away. Early the next morning, he would go out into the cornfield and he would frighten a crow. So, before the sun was up, or Old Man Scarecrow was up, or Old Lady Scarecrow was up, the little scarecrow boy slipped out of bed, dressed quietly on tiptoe, and went quietly out of the house. Over to the cornfield, up on his father's post, in his father's place. It was a fine, shining morning, with the sun gleaming green down the corn blades. Crows circled in the air far away over the trees. The little scarecrow boy waved his arms through the air. He had never felt fiercer in all his life. And then came flying a big black crow. "Oh, oh, oh!" The little scarecrow made his first fierce face, and still came flying the big black crow. "Oh, oh, oh!" The little scarecrow boy made his second fierce face, and still came flying the big black crow. His third face, "Oh, oh, oh! Time to go!" So the little scarecrow boy ran, and he ran down the corn rows. The black flapping wings made a noise now, and looking back, he could see the blue sky through the ragged feathers of the nearest crow. He ran and he ran, then he stopped, his fourth face, and still came flying the big black crow. So he ran and he ran and he ran and he ran, and the crow flew and he flew and he flew and he flew, and the little scarecrow boy ran. And then he made his fifth and next to fiercest face of all, and still came flying the big black crow. The little boy had only one face left now, and hardly any breath. Even so, he stopped, and with his arms stretched wide above his head and his fingers drooping on his hands, he gave the big crow the 6th face, and whoa! The old crow flew backwards through the air, feathers flying everywhere until there wasn't even the shadow of a crow on the land. A scarecrow at last! The little scarecrow boy knew that he was as fierce as a scarecrow as there was in all the cornfields in all the worlds. And then he saw a shadow in front of him, and he looked up, and there, behind him, was Old Man Scarecrow, his father. And his father was proud of his little boy who had made all 6 faces at the crows. And he picked up his little scarecrow boy in his scarecrow arms, and they went home to breakfast. And when the little scarecrow grew up, he was the fiercest scarecrow in all the fields, in all the worlds.
So what did you think of the book, The Little Scarecrow Boy? I love how he didn't give up. He tried his best to do those 6 fierce faces. And in the end, he became a big, fierce scarecrow like his dad. Okay, so today you're going to be doing this page called Infer This. At the top, it has this big word called inferencing. And that basically means using clues from the text that maybe the author didn't tell us to make our best guess about what the author may or may not have done. So there's a few questions. Have your learning coach read these questions to you, and you're either going to color the thumbs up if you think that's right, or the thumbs down. And then down at the bottom it said, what if you were a scarecrow? Illustrate yourself below. So I hope you have fun with this. I hope you have fun answering these questions, and I'll see you back here tomorrow. Bye.